Take a seat, sit back, relax, and welcome to the Klade. Welcome to the Kladecast. That was the first time I messed it up. Today we have Bella Peterson onto the podcast. Hello. You want to introduce yourself? Who are you?
Hi guys, I'm Bella. I'm 17 years old. I go to school with Blake. I've known Blake since about 8th grade? 7th grade?
Seventh
grade. We've known each other, and it's actually one of the longest friendships I had, to be honest, because I feel like a lot of times in high school people grow apart, like all of your middle school friends.
Oh yeah.
You grow apart from them, so I feel like me and Blake have been friends for the longest time. So. Yeah,
I'm not really friends with any of my middle school friends anymore.
Me neither.
It just happens. But yeah, so Bella called me today super early in the morning when I was trying to sleep in, and she goes, "Blake, you want to go get McDonald's breakfast?"
I woke up at 9:30 and I was like, Blake, they're gonna end it. We have to go before breakfast is over. I was craving.
I got some fake meat sausage McMuffin that I'm grubbing on.
Yep, and their hash browns. Ooh, it's just bomb. It just hits different at 9:30 a.m.
Nah, McDonald's is fake, but so we kind of talked about it a little bit. We don't have a lot planned, like I always say, but we kind of wanted to talk about just life philosophy, because me and Bella, we've both gone through a lot within the past couple of years. Totally different experiences, but we're not going to jump in what we both went through, but we both learned a little bit coming out of it. And just for me personally, one of the biggest lessons I learned is just to stay positive and get all the negatives out, because I'm out of breath from playing VR, by the way. And so oh, and there goes the cat. We've just both learned that, or I've learned that a life philosophy that I learned is get rid of the negatives in life and just stay positive, because for me that's what's gotten a lot of the negative things out of my life. I can't remember the last time I've been angry or upset, just because I've gotten all the negative things out of my life. Yeah. Anything that doesn't bring me happiness, it's not a part of my life anymore.
Removing toxic, it doesn't matter if it's toxic people, toxic behaviors, you have to allow, and it's you choose what you allow into your life, and I kind of like that, and that's something I learned as well. So it's a balance, mm-hmm. You choose what type of circle of friends you have, you choose what you see on social media, who you follow, who follows you, you choose your circle, you choose you can choose your social life, and I kind of like that. And I feel a lot of people think that they can't. They're oh, I can't. Well, I can't follow that one girl. Yeah, you can. It's, you can. There's little things you can do and set, healthy boundaries for, many people who have crossed that or violated you or disrespected you.
Yeah, I've had a lot of people just, do things to me that aren't really fair. And just, me as a person, I'm just, kind of, overly nice to a lot of people. But, so I've just learned to forgive. That's the biggest thing for me. If people make me upset, I can't just keep staying mad all the time. I have to learn to forgive, because I can't be happy with myself if I can't learn to forgive from others. And that's really but that's really hard to do. Sometimes it's you never want to forgive someone, but you just have to.
Yeah, I feel you have to do it in your own time. A lot of times people will try to force you to make up with someone, or be you have to come to that on your own. It's a healing process, and you have to heal from it, and then you forgive. But also forgiving doesn't mean allowing that person or whatever it was back into your life. Learn to keep yourself distance from things. Say someone you had a toxic friend, and then you end up not being friends with them, you can forgive them in your heart, you can forgive them, and but that doesn't mean you have to allow that back into your life, that negativity, and I kind of like that. And also forgiveness is also a daily thing, and I kind of like that, because I feel sometimes even daily you have to keep forgiving that person for it, because it's not you just forgive it and then it goes away. That pain, that hurt, that resentment, feelings are still all there bottled up. So you have to do, it's a daily moral inventory on yourself, and I kind of like that too.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. And one other thing that I've been doing is just being grateful, just being grateful for just everything I have. I'm super lucky that I get to be able to do this podcast. I get to I'm working now at a job that I really love, so I'm able to have money. and like other people don't get that. So I'm just being like super grateful and just appreciative for everything I have, and that just make me feel really happy about myself.
Appreciate like all the little things. That's how I feel like when I like go outside, like in nature. Does that make sense? Like when I go to the beach, I'm like, wow, it's so beautiful outside. And like we always take like the little things for granted, but it's like we have all of this opportunity in front of us, and like not much people do. So
yeah, we're all very lucky, and yeah, I don't know. You said like the little things, like in a relationship, I learned that that's the most important thing ever, is like remembering the little things. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. You wanna build on that as a girl?
I mean, like as a girl, like I think those are most important. I mean, some guys like in relationships, like they don't see the big picture sometimes, and like that's frustrating because it's like, but the ones who do see the bigger picture, they seem to more focus on the little things too, and like I think that's most important because like it just helps a girl like it makes you like distinct like from everyone else. Does that make sense? Like it distinguishes you from like a different guy who would treat her differently, you know what I mean? Like remembering the little things is very much appreciated. Like I have friends that do that. Like it doesn't even matter. It can do like in a friendship, in a relationship, it doesn't matter what type. It's like it's just really like I don't know, special, and it's like an intimate. It's really intimate. Like I had for my birthday, I had a coworker, and her, oh my god, she's a sweetheart. I work with her. Her name's but am I allowed to say names? Yeah. Oh, no. I can't say names. Okay. You can blurt that out. You can cut that out. Her name. I mean, I can't. A coworker. My coworker I work with. Yeah. I told her that it was like my birthday was coming up, and like I made like a tiny joke about like, oh my gosh, I should get like a tiara or a crown and be extra on my birthday. And I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. For my birthday, she got me a cake and then got me a tiara, and I was like, oh my, it made my heart melt because I'm like, she actually listens to me, like the little things, and oh my god, it was so sweet.
At her dad's wedding, she was about to bring a tiara there and wear it the whole time. She didn't do it.
I didn't. I'm not that messed up.
You seeking the attention. I'm the princess here.
Steal the whole show.
Oh yeah.
Steal the wedding. Yeah, I was gonna.
You just like show off like, oh my god, me.
That was something else. Oh my gosh. But like anyway, like the little things, like those are really important too. Another philosophy that like I had to learn. Oh my god. I feel like my whole high school I had to learn like all the lessons like the hard way. For me, it's like most people would know, well, don't do that, don't do this. And it's like I had to find out and actually do it in order to learn that lesson, which sucked, but I don't regret it. Because like all your mistakes that you make and like all that pain and all of it, like you think like, oh shoot, like I regret that. I wish I didn't do that. And I'm like, don't regret it. Like it made me who I am today. I wouldn't be strong. I wouldn't be like knowledgeable about these things if it didn't happen to me. So even though like it sucked and it was painful and it was, you know, hard to go through, I'm glad it happened because it brought me to exactly where I am right now. You know, it brought you, all the things that you've gone through brought you to where you are right now. Yeah,
I'm happy I learned like most of the lessons I have now in middle school, because like a lot of people, some people I've talked to, they said that they liked middle school more than high school. And man, like I could say the exact opposite. Like middle school was super depressing for me. Like I learned a lot of lessons the hard way. I felt like after high school or like after middle school, I had no friends. Luckily, on the water polo team, I was able to meet like all of my friends now.
Yeah.
But like I just had to learn like toxic friendships and all that type of stuff, and like it's really rough like when you like feel like you're losing all your friends. That's a really hard feeling to have.
It's like also too, like it reminds me of like this quote I saw like one time. I was like scrolling through Instagram and like I was like, wow, like it stuck with me. But it was like, enjoy your youth without destroying your future. And I was like, I didn't even realize what that meant until I was like, damn, like I did that most of my high school. I was like, I didn't realize that like every choice I was making, every little thing was slowly like, you know, it would destroy my future. It would destroy who I'm meant to become, you know? And like I don't know, like once I realized that, I was like, oh gosh, like it kind of made me also want to change my ways too, you know? Like I don't want to end up like this type of person. I don't want to be depressed. I don't want to be sad. I don't want to be like hung up over all these like unnecessary things, you know, like unnecessary things, toxic things, negative things that shouldn't be part of my life. You know, I need to focus on like where I'm meant to be. What, like, you know, I forgot, like in that moment you kind of forget like your inner self. So like everyone has like their inner child, and it's like their inner child, everyone doesn't realize this, but like their inner child like wants, like needs something from you, you know. I don't know if that makes sense, but like little Bella was in there like, come on, I want attention. I want, you know, I want this and that. Like, little Bella was like, I want you to go chase your dreams. Like, what happened to that girl who, oh my God, when I was younger, I had all the self-confidence in the world. All of it. I would go to school with Madonna gloves, kitten t-shirts, crazy colored socks. I looked like a freaking, I looked like a wild child. My mom would just look at me. My mom would take pictures of me. I have so many pictures of gloves, and like I would wear the most exotic things to school. And then I remember
when you were looking like Dora.
When I was looking like Dora, when I had my bangs, my Dora bangs. Yeah, and then I went to school, and then I got bullied. And someone was like, I had Skechers, and they're like, what are those? And like me and my dad, we would shop at Sears because we couldn't really get that back then. We couldn't afford that much clothes, and people were like, what are you wearing? You know, wear Brandy Melville. What's this? Like, and I was like, and then I ended up I went home crying. But my dad ended up taking me shopping, spent like $1,000 on me, and just bought me a whole new wardrobe. Wow. It was like, it was the nicest thing like he's ever done. I feel like not the nicest thing he's ever done, but it was really appreciated. But like what I'm like, my point is like your inner child like is always like, I don't know, wanting something from you, you know, whether like that's why you also need to do a lot of self-care and take care of yourself, because like you mentally and emotionally like yourself needs like love, it needs attention, and like you can't like be like dependent on others or other things or aspects to try to like give you that love that you need. You have to be able to like give that to yourself or your higher power.
Yeah, girls definitely have it like way harder than guys, especially in high school, because girls like if like a rumor's made up about girls, like it stays. Like for guys, like shit is just really easy for guys. Not to hate on men, because I am a man, but I just like I know it's way harder for women. Just like in general, like dealing with like friends, like dealing like with drama. Like girls have it way rough, and like you guys have your periods and like.
Oh my God, that has nothing to do with it. Okay, our periods aren't that bad. It's normal. I mean, speaking for myself, oh gosh, it doesn't affect me. I mean, sometimes. All it does is make me hungry and hangry, okay? Nothing else.
Hungry and hangry, got it.
Hungry and hangry, so I'm always hungry for something, and then I get angry so easily. I have a short fuse.
But yeah, there's always like a little bit of like the kid in you, like Freudian psychology that we learned from AP psychology. There's always like a little bit like of you like deep down that like will show how you are today. So like as a little kid, like I may have like done something that like affects like my personality today.
Yeah.
And, like maybe for you that was like wanting attention all the time.
Yeah.
Because you always joke about wanting attention, even though
I was an only child, so I didn't, you know, you would think maybe I would get a ton of attention, but I didn't really have that. I didn't have brothers and sisters to play with. I didn't have, you know, my parents were sometimes busy. They couldn't play with me 24/7. So for the most part, I was alone, and that's why I think like in my personality, I'm big on that. Like it's like, you know what I mean? It's like sometimes I don't even realize it, but I'm like, oh shoot, I'm being the center of attention right now. Like, I mean,
you love it.
The party don't start till I walk in. Yeah, I mean, it's not horrible, but
it's not that horrible.
I don't mind it. But no, but about like the whole girls thing, like you were talking about, like in high school, I totally understand that. Like I feel like girls are treated so harshly, and oh my gosh, I get so irritated about this. There are so many people from my high school that judge me, that hate on me, that like talk down on me, and they don't even know me. And
yeah, it's just because of like what they thought of you or like what they've heard, and that like they don't know you. And like me knowing Bella for this many years, you're definitely a whole different person. A year ago, like you are completely different in a good way. Yeah,
I just like wish like if I had a message to people, I would just ask you like stop judging people. Like it really sucks. Like from my perspective, like I like with women specifically, I've noticed it too. A lot of times we do it. We hate on each other. We sometimes make comments about other people, but like you have to catch yourself and be like, wait, like, why am I saying this? I don't know this person. Like, learn to respect each other. And, like, as we're getting older, like, we're going to be seniors.
Yeah.
We're seniors now. Like, that's so weird saying that. Like, we're seniors. Like, we're slowly maturing, and we're learning to navigate the world by ourselves. Like, we're learning and seeing things from different perspectives. And, like, we should also, like, be respectful of each other at the same time, and, like grow together, and, you know, like, stop dividing. And I feel like you have to, like stop judging people. I don't know, it's just simple as that. Like,
yeah, I also feel like it's important to just like understand yourself really well. Like sometimes I'll admit like I overshare a lot with especially people I don't know, and it's not good. But like I feel like I'm also really good at knowing like my personality traits that I'm not good with. Like sometimes I'm like overly nice, which like kicks me in the butt. Yeah. Like I always like I hide how I feel whenever I want to say something. Like I never say it. And I like bottle it up, and then like if I get mad, then I'll let it all out and like go crazy. I mean, that's, people normally never really see me like angry, but like I could be angry deep down and just not show it, which like is really bad, and it's not a good trait. But I notice that in myself, and I try to fix that, and I recognize it, but sometimes I like still have a hard time like trying to fix it. But I recognize that it's like my fault. Or like that's one of my faults. Yeah,
but like also like you said, knowing yourself, oh my gosh, like that will save you from so much heartache, so much pain. Like when you know who you are, it's actually funny because I've had people, like I hear rumors about me, people are like, oh yeah, Bella did this and that, and I laugh and I'm like, what? Like, wait, what did you just say? I did this? And I'm like, okay. Like to me it's funny because it's like I know who I am, so like it doesn't mean that like every insult won't hurt me. Some of them do hurt. I get insulted by people and I'm like, dang, that kind of stung. But like I also like after I realize it, like I let it pass, you know, like let yourself feel your emotions, feel it out. Don't like pretend to hide your feelings. Don't like ignore it. Just let it feel. And then I'm like, wait, like why am I all sad? Like I know who I am. Like I'm not even that person. You know what I mean? Like that, their idea of me, their thoughts of me, that's not who I am. And like when you're sure with yourself, it's like nothing people can say or do will affect you. And it, like that's like the best feeling in the world too. And also not needing people's validation. A lot of people like they have to post this. They have to get a certain amount of likes. If they don't get that likes, they're gonna archive their post. Like there's little things people care because they need people's validation. They need you to care. They want you to say
the white woman's Instagram.
The white woman's Instagram. I mean, like even like I went from having like what, like in middle school 1,000 followers and above on Instagram to now not caring what people think. I have like 200 followers and I limit who follows me. I don't just let a bunch of random people. Yeah. If there's someone from my school that I don't really like or want seeing my stuff, I'll remove them. I'll decline the request. You know, like it's not about followers or how I look on social media or how I represent myself. Like you guys shouldn't, like people shouldn't judge each other from like what other people say. Like if you really want to get to know me and know who I am, come talk to me. Come get to know me. Let's go out to lunch. Then, you know what I mean? Like make your own assumptions about me from your own opinion of me. Get to know me. Like I don't want people to have their own views, and that's how I should be too. I should form my own opinions about other people. I shouldn't judge people based on what other people say about them. And I think that goes for like everyone, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I like I've learned that recently. Like I just post whatever I want to post, and like I post like dumb photos of me and I think it's like funny, but like I don't really care because like it's myself and I love myself. And I like when I was in middle school I had like really bad body, like I hated like what I looked like really
insecurities.
Yeah, just because like I was super hairy. But now like I love that I'm like hairy. I love my body, I love myself. And like I always make jokes that like I'm hairy, and like my friends like they'll make jokes too. And like I don't really care anymore. Because like I love myself. The one thing is like I'm short, but I can't fix that. But like
it's not about height though. It's about your personality. It's about who you are as a person. You know what I mean?
I think I'm a good person, but like, you know, girls want the tall guys. I mean, it's just something I got to deal with.
You'll find a short girl. You'll find there's so many short girls out there. Some 5'2" girls who are willing to.
It doesn't help that I broke my back twice. I would have been a lot taller.
Really? Wow. Yeah. I
was predicted to be like 5'11", even though it's not that tall, like taller than I am right now, which hopefully I could grow a little bit.
Oh gosh.
I know.
I don't think I'm gonna grow more. I'm not that tall. I just have super long legs. My legs are like.
My torso is like 2/3 of my body. My legs are super short. Like that's like the thing. But I'm hoping like if I get like if I like start working out, like I'll grow a little bit.
I want to get into working out more too. You know what I think is kind of funny too? So I feel like this, like, recently, like, I feel like working out has become a trend. Not like a trend basically, but all I see on TikToks are girls working out, doing bench presses, and I kind of like it because, like, sometimes social media trends can be negative, and it could be like all those, like, you know, the TikTok girls who post videos of them shaking their ass or like shaking, you know what I mean, like doing inappropriate things, like all the weird challenges and dances they do. I like started seeing on Instagram like all these workout challenges, and I'm like, this is the type of inspiration, motivation that we need, that people need to see. And honestly, it's inspired me. Like I follow this one girl on Instagram, like I'm insecure about my body too because I'm very skinny and little, like I don't have muscles or anything, and she's like the same size as me, same weight, and she's lifting at the gym, and I'm like, and I feel like I would look awkward trying, like, being so
awkward lifting weights.
Yeah, awkward lifting weights. And so when I see her post, I'm like, wow, it kind of motivates me. And I'm like, I kind of like how it's a trend now to work out, and I see it on my For You page all the time.
Yeah, I mean, that's good motivation. I definitely like gained a lot of weight after, like, recently. Like, now that I'm done with swimming and like it was summer, I was like, I'm just gonna eat everything I want before I have to start working out and start trying.
Yep, I did the same thing.
I've literally been eating like the worst food possible, but it's so good. Yeah. Like, if I want to get like fit, that's the one thing that's gonna be hard for me. Like, I can't going without a juicy burger and fries. Yep. I can't. Like, it's just like the most amazing food in the world.
It's too tempting.
It's too good, but. Like, I'm gonna have a busy schedule soon over summer, which sucks.
Me too.
Being busy over summer is like not it. I'm running a summer camp, and then I got my water polo camp, and then I'm working. So that's gonna be like an all day thing. But I'm hoping that like I maintain a diet while I'm there, or like while I'm doing it, and I just get like completely swole and like.
Healthy, fit, nice, yeah. I feel like too, like lacrosse, I just started playing lacrosse, and it's like, oh, it's been such a rude awakening because I haven't worked out at all, and like I've been eating like crappy too, so I'm like, at least though, like I kind of like it because it's like, I personally, it's hard for me to get motivated to work out. Like, I can't just be one of those people who wake up at 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. and it's like, okay, I'm going to the gym. Like, I just don't have that type of motivation. So, like, lacrosse kind of just forces me to work out daily. It's like I have to do it, you know? Like, even yesterday we were doing sprints and, like, I wanted to give up. But, like, the team, everyone was like, come on, Bella, you have to finish. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll finish, you know? Like I like the motivation. Like, it's more like, I don't know, makes me do it, you know, even if I don't want to.
Yeah.
Women. Females.
Let's go women.
Women. Okay, women, as women, we need to hype each other up more. There's so much negativity in the world, and I feel like a lot of women are so toxic towards each other. Like, we need to learn to, instead of judge women, like, actually appreciate them. Like, call up our friends once in a while, like, tell, you know what I mean? Like, every time, as a woman speaking, like, at the beach, every time I go to the beach or go somewhere out in public, I mentally, like, I'll say these compliments like, oh my gosh, her hair is so cute. But I don't say it out loud. I just think, oh wow, that's cool. I see little things. And I started like noticing, like I started like saying it out loud, and I'd be like, excuse me, and I've like complimented, and I've met so many new people because of that. Like, the opportunities it opens to, like, you meet and you interact with a lot of people, and like also like you make their day. Like, I've had girls who are like, one girl I said, I just want to say I love your bathing suit. It's super cute. You know, where'd you get it? And she's like, thank you so much. She's like, I was actually having a really hard day. She was like, that compliment made my day. And I was like, I don't know, it just felt good. Like, we have to start like being more kind towards each other, you know? And yeah. Yeah,
as like a server, when I'm nice to people, like, it's really cool, like, meeting new people, and like when you're nice to them and they say like nice things back to you, like, it's really like, oh, it's the nicest thing ever. But you also get like, sorry to like kind of change the topic. I'll go
change it.
I might go back to it, but like there's people that like are just so rude to you when you're a food server. Me and Bella are both working now, and like, oh my god, like, especially where I work, there's like
restaurant business.
There's a lot of people that get like drunk and like they'll like touch me. They'll be like trying to get like orders or something. They'll like touch me, or like they'll say like rude things to me. Yeah. Oh, it's so weird. You have to learn too, like, as you're working too, is like to also have boundaries with people. Like, you need to like, this is kind of like my dad was even saying, like, as you're working, like,
this is like us exploring the world. This is how the world's going to be in every situation, whether you're in college, whether you're at a job. You're going to have rude people wherever you go. There's going to be someone that doesn't like you. You can have either awesome coworkers that are awesome and amazing, but you can also have bad ones. Like there's in everything, in every aspect. So like I feel like as we're working, we're going to have to navigate like little things. Like yesterday I was like taking an order, and there was a guy like, and he got super close to me, and like, you know how you input it on like a computer. So I was taking his order, and he comes and starts touching the computer, and I'm like I didn't know what to do. So I was just like, and then I tried to change it. I was like, it's okay, sir, like, excuse me, I can take the order. And he was like, no, I need to read it. And I was like, you know, at one point, like even my boss was like, Bella, you should have been like, there's COVID, or like the COVID regulations, because he was standing really close to me. Like, as you and we're getting older, we're gonna have to be like, learn to be by ourselves. You have to be able to be like, excuse me, sir, you can't do that here. Like, you can't act like that, because like there's gonna be people who are disrespectful, who are gonna step on your toes. You have to be able to draw that line in the sand and be like, no, like, you can't do that. And I think that's important too, because it doesn't let people treat you bad, and it also like, that keeps healthy boundaries within yourself.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of weirdos out there.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah, I'm kind of happy that I have COVID as an excuse, but I'm kind of like an authoritative person. So like, I'm always kind of just like, I'm cool with telling people whatever, like, with no like filter. I'm like, yo, back away, or like, hey, I'm doing this.
When it comes to people.
I am too nice sometimes. I'll be like, hey, do you mind stepping back over there? And they'll be like, no, well, I need to do this. And I'll just be like, okay, no. Go sit at a table and I'll come to you.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be nice at first until they talk back to me.
I'm the same way at work, though. I'm, like, authoritative. Like, I'm kind of like a leader at work. And, like, I have one coworker that doesn't like me because I'm so, like, I like to take charge. Like, but the thing is, I try to do, like, more than my job title. Yeah. Like, I try to make sure my area is clean. I try to make sure it's organized. You know, I try to make sure we're fast-paced. We're on time for orders. And she doesn't like that, because she's always been there. Like, I'm an extrovert, so my personality's out there. I talk a lot. I'm very interactive with people. I have a big personality, and she's an introvert. And I've noticed this my whole life, but a lot of times introverts will feel uncomfortable around me because I'm very, like, out there. And I don't know why. They get intimidated in a way. And like, she gets intimidated by me, and she talks behind my back. But I ended up, like, it bothered me, because, like, it hurts me to know that people don't like me. You know what I mean? Like, it hurts me. I'm a sensitive person. People don't realize that, but I am. And I ended up having a conversation with her at work. Like, I thought about it, and I just said, hey, can I talk to you for a second? And I said, look, I just want to say, the first thing I said, too, I started the conversation with love. And I said, I just want to let you know I appreciate you, and I respect you. All the work you do and help, like how you help me out, I appreciate it. And then I said, like, I just want to let you know, too, like, if you have a problem, like, come to me about it. Speak to me. Like, let's be two grown, you know, she's a grown adult. She's older. I'm only 17, so she's, like, you know, 30. I'm like, you're a grown adult. Like, let's talk about things, like, maturely, you know, come to me about it instead of, like, talking behind my back. And she was just like, okay, like, and it was a mature, you know, some people can't have conversations like that, and that just shows their maturity.
Girls are really backstabby. Girls always, like, chat to their backs. Yep. Like, whenever, like, me and my friend group, we have a problem, like, we address it, like, head on. We're like, yo, you're doing this, like, what's going on?
Yep. And also, like, with girls too, like, I feel like I always address it. Like, I'll say that was, like, upsetting. But the thing is, some people can't take that. Some girls, like, I know people whose ego are so big they won't admit they're wrong. Like, I can admit I'm wrong for some things. I can say, hey, I messed up. I did this wrong, and I'm sorry. But some people won't apologize. They'll just be like, they'll make an excuse for every little mistake, and there's nothing you can do about it. Like, even if you show them evidence, you say, hey, you were in the wrong, they'll be like, oh, well, they'll make an excuse about it. You know what I mean? They'll either use their emotions, and, like, also that's toxic too, if, like, that repeated behavior. And also, it's not just for girls. Guys have big egos like that too. Yeah. They won't admit they're wrong at all, like, ever.
I got some friends that have very big egos.
Yeah, and that's what's hard too. Like, as an individual growing, you have to learn that you're going to make mistakes. You have to learn from it, but you also have to take accountability and say, hey, I messed up. Like, recently, I made a mistake. I made a small mistake. Like, it wasn't even a big deal, but I made it right. And I think that was like the most important thing I did. Like, you know what I mean?
Accountability is super important. Like, if you admit to like being wrong, that's like the biggest thing. Like, that shows a lot about just your character, just as a whole. Like, if you're going, yeah, I made a mistake, I'm wrong. Like, how can we fix it now?
Exactly. And I think like that takes a lot, and that is respectable. I can respect you if you mess up, you hurt me, you did me wrong, or you did someone else wrong. I can respect you if you man up and apologize and make it right.
Okay, you know what's, I don't know why this popped in my head, but you know what like got me really upset recently? Like, I've been seeing so many TikToks about people when they're like, oh, I've been liking this guy, but then like the second like the guy likes her back, she's like, no, not about it. I don't know why, but that just got me so angry. And like you were talking about like kind of like a little bit about communication. Like, I feel like if like girls, like if you try to like communicate with them, like kind of like in a healthy way, they'll kind of like back off and just be like, whoa.
I think it just
or it's like maybe in a relationship. In a relationship.
It just kind of depends on the person. I feel like, to be honest, like I feel like some women, it depends like what they're looking for. You know, if you're looking for a healthy, lasting relationship, then you're gonna find it. But if you're looking for like a bad boy who's gonna treat you like crap, like this is not the area. Like, go.
The F boys.
Yeah, the F boys. If you're looking for a guy who's gonna treat you like crap, like this is not that area. Like, you can go over there.
What is your opinion on friends with benefits?
Well, I have a boyfriend. I mean, I can't like
all the pressure's coming on you. Oh my god, what do I say?
Kate's gonna watch this and be like, Bella, what the hell is it? I'm just kidding. I think, I don't know, I don't really have much of an opinion on it. I mean, like, I feel like if you're single, like, I feel like there's different phases that you can go through with people. Like, there's a talking phase, getting to know you phase. But I think, like, in every relationship, you should always, before you date them or start liking them, become friends with them first, because that's the right way to do it. You kind of, that's my opinion. I think you should become friends with them, establish like good communication, because like when you guys are friends, you guys are able to like grow together and also like respect each other, have that mutual respect. And like, I think that's the best way to start a relationship, is by being friends and then moving it forward from there and like taking your time with it. So friends with benefits, I personally like don't understand how people can hook up with other people kind of like meaninglessly. Like, there has to be a connection there, and I feel like it has to be mutual and respectful as well.
I mean, friends with benefits can also be super toxic. So like I'm not for friends with benefits.
Yeah, I don't think I am either. Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah,
after I hooked up with a girl, she has to be friends with benefits, and I know it never ends up well.
It doesn't.
It's just like not a good thing to do, because like there could be like, oh, like if like we're openly hooking up with other people, then like that's just like that's not good or healthy. And then it's like, oh, well, what if this person cannot hook up with the other person, but the other partner can? Like,
yeah, I don't even understand how people can like hook up mindlessly like that, like just randomly. Like, you have to like, for me, like
hookup culture.
Yeah, I don't really like it. I feel like I want someone to respect me. I want someone to like, I want to know that person and be intimate with them on a different level, like respect and feeling loved, and you know what I mean? Like, it can't just be like one thing and done. I hate that. Like, I hate that in high school too, and I hear about it.
One and done.
Yeah, you hear about it all the time, and it makes me feel sorry for them. Like, not in a way, like I hear about it all the time, like a bunch of sophomore girls who end up hooking up with all these people in my grade, and they probably think like, oh, no one knows.
So cool.
They think they're so cool, but also they think no one knows about it. And these guys that are hooking up with all these sophomores, like the popular sophomores, well, wait, they're juniors now. Yeah, they're juniors now. It's because we're seniors. Yeah. It's so weird to say, but anyway, all of like the juniors, like they like don't think that it goes around, and it does. And like, that's why you also have to protect your testimony, like as a person. Like, you have to like, don't do things like that will hurt your reputation. Like,
at the same time though, I don't think you should care who you hook up with. Even like if all of your friends think like a girl's ugly or not that good looking, and you hook up with them, you should not care at all. Even like what people say, like it's how you feel. Like, if I hook up with someone okay, it happened, like what is it in the long term? Like, it means nothing. If other people go, oh my god, you hooked up with this person, that means nothing to me. Like, if my opportunity with someone else is ruined because I hooked up with another girl, like that's on them. Yeah. Like, it doesn't matter who I hook up with. It shouldn't matter at all.
Yeah, I agree with that, but like for relationships, not necessarily hookups, because I just don't really I don't really support it. Like I don't think that like I don't know, I just don't like the idea of that, the whole aspect of it. But I feel like for relationships too, if you like someone, go for it. Don't let other people like cloud your judgment, obviously. Like that's how like some of the relationships that I've gotten into, like most people were like, ew, he's ugly, don't do it. Ew, he's this and that. And I was just like, I don't care. Like,
you did it for you.
Yeah, you do it for yourself, and I think that's like the most beautiful relationships too.
If I give any person like relationship advice, never go into it if you don't feel if you don't know who you are. Mm-hmm. If you're going in like feeling like this other person will make me feel whole, then don't go into a relationship. Exactly. You have to feel content with yourself before you can start getting into someone else, and make sure your partner feels the same way. You don't want someone that is pulling stuff away from you. Yeah. If you're feeling full and someone else is taking your energy away from you, it's going to make you feel less than. Yeah. If you have two people that are like loving themselves and ready to be into a committed relationship, and what I think a relationship should be is that you guys are working on yourselves together. Mm-hmm. That's how it should be.
And building each other up.
Exactly. Yeah. You shouldn't be going like, oh, like we have to have each other for us to succeed. It should be, okay, what's a way that we could both individually become better people and like advance like our future, but do it individually, but also together. Like, let's find ways that we could both do it.
Also, women, do not ignore those red flags. Those red flags are there for a reason. A lot of times in relationships, we like to just see them and be like, oh, okay, those red flags are there for a reason. If he disrespected you once, he will do it again. Guys,
ignore the red flags also. Girls have a lot of red flags. I've missed out on a lot of red flags before. We just gotta be wary.
Men and women, both of you guys, red flags or no?
Yeah. Okay, so that's it for today. I see my camera battery about to die. So just wanted to say thank you all again for coming, listening to the podcast. Belle, you got anything to shout out?
I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad to be talking to you guys, and I hope I'm on here more so you guys can get to know me better and we can talk about some awesome topics.
Yes, indeed. Okay, thank you so much, Bella, for coming on. Make sure to leave a rating if you can. Do whatever you can to show support.
Subscribe, and comment below.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Goodbye, everyone, and have a nice day.
Bye.